Welcome to my very first vlog. This is Raymond Habre. I'm excited to take you with me. We're on the way to Los Angeles. We're gonna spend 2 days there. I got some business to take care of. So we're gonna load up the truck all the way to the airport. Let's do it. Just seeing that truck, a few minutes ago, I wish we captured it on camera. A pizza truck. And it reminded me of my minimum wage job, how everything started. That truck would come every single Wednesday. It's funny, today is Wednesday, so 11 years ago. And we had to unload everything, from the truck. It would take hours and hours. It was super long, super boring. I was getting paid $10.35 an hour. Just reminded me of how everything started. And now I get to travel with my team. If you lock in, if you have big dreams, if you really want to do big things in your life, you absolutely can. You just have to get started. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to just be patient, because it's not gonna happen overnight. You're gonna have to try, you're gonna have to fail. I'll have to say, winners are winners because they stayed long enough in the game. It's not because they're smarter than you, it's not because they're better than you, they just never gave up. They tried again and again and again until they made it work. All right, just landed in Los Angeles. Lawrence, how are you feeling? You're good. Flew out with the team. So the thing about LAX, a huge airport. I rented a car. I'm gonna go pick up the car. See you guys in a bit. It's funny, I came to LA because I had some business opportunities here in person. So I'm attending an event in about 30 minutes, but I've been doing calls literally back to back. I've had so much people show interest after I hosted this Fix Your Business event in Montreal. It's insane. I wanted to find maybe 3 or 5 clients to work with. I have over 16 people who literally want to work with me on a high level one-on-one as a private client. That's the power of events. Once you actually show up in a room, you meet people in real life, you shake their hand, you know them by name, and then you have a whiteboard and you explain to them, what's wrong with their business in front of them, and you build some trust and you show them that you know what you're talking about. The natural continuation of that is going to be business. You're going to find amazing clients, you're going to grow your business, you're going to help them a lot. So if some of you guys are watching this and you want to grow your business, you want to attract more customers, stop trying to do everything online. Stop just calling people, texting your leads, DMing people, sending proposals by email. What the hell? I can't even remember the last time I sent a proposal. That's the perfect way to get ghosted. If I were to start a course, how to get ghosted one-on-one, send proposals. I don't like to rush my trips. I'm here enjoying the view. We have this villa in Hollywood Hills, but it is what it is. When business calls, I'm always here for my people. I was looking for villas, in Beverly Hills, in the area here, West Hollywood. And as soon as I saw this villa, I saw the piano, the white piano. I was like, this is exactly what I want. And you can show them. There's even a set in the back. We got some electric drums. We got a lot of cool stuff. There's some guitars and stuff. It's a 3-story villa. Music is my element. Let me play you one of my favorite songs right here. We ordered some food. We're gonna go pick it up. Apparently we got some chicken. A little hungry. Just doing back-to-back calls. But we got this food from this place. Never tried it. We got chicken avocado bowl, barbecue chicken bowl, another barbecue chicken bowl. Let's go try it out. And then we're gonna have to head to private entrepreneur event. So let's go. problem with Beverly Hills, it's undrivable here. I don't even know how this big boat is supposed to pass by. This is a Rolls-Royce Ghost. It's not a small car. Like, look at that. Is that a one-way or a two-way? How are two cars supposed to pass here? It's insane to me. I was just at a dinner with some entrepreneurs here from LA, you know, making between 10 million and 100 million a year. It's always good to be with people, you know, doing big things. Makes you think bigger, challenge your own beliefs. Sometimes we get comfortable with our own beliefs and we don't have someone who just reminds us to think bigger, show you what's possible, to remind you. Because sometimes we know what's possible, but we just need a reminder, right? What do we got here? Hey, what's up? Lawrence, you got a photo. Look at over there. Look at all these cool cars. Damn, they're super lowered. I got invited to this private meetup of entrepreneurs here in LA. We're gonna dive deeper into personal brand. And some of you might ask yourselves, Raymond, why do you keep learning about personal brand? I'm already pretty good at it. I teach people how to build a personal brand locally. And the reason why I keep going deeper in that direction is because if you want to be great at anything, you have to go deep, which means once you pick your expertise, once you pick your superpower, you have to stick to it for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years to actually be a legend in that field. You know, when I was a starting entrepreneur, I thought I needed to be great at everything. But now I realize I need to be good at everything, but phenomenal at one thing. So this is where I want to build my expertise. So we're on the way there. We'll be there in a couple minutes. So I just wrapped up an entrepreneur event. You know, one thing I see a lot at events is like I analyze everybody's pitch, right? At the end, when someone is offering a service, I kind of break it down, kind of give it a score. This was a 15K offer, 2 options, either like 15K done with you or 40K done for you. We were about 50 people in the room. And normally there's something called ratios. When I'm pitching and there's, let's say 50 people in the room, I basically try to make sure to have 5 people take my offer. Let's say I can only accept 5 people or 3 people or 10 people. The ratio needs to make sense. Like let's say you open up 5 seats for your offer, but there's only 5 people in the room. You're putting yourself in a weak position. It's very unlikely that the 5 people who are there are all gonna buy your offer. So you need a healthy ratio. And normally what I recommend is about 5 to 10% of the room. So let's say you got 50 people at your event and you're planning to pitch something. Well, you wanna aim for 5 seats available, about 10%. And the reason why is because you need a little bit of scarcity. You know, you want people to actually fight for it a little bit. You want people to value what you have to offer. So you can engineer that in a specific way. Before you even go on stage, before you even pitch, before you even try to sell anything, are you engineering the room so that you get the optimal outcome that you're looking for? And this is where a lot of people mess up. Hey, what's up? Kind of hard to focus here, you know, I'm trying to vlog. My trick, what I love to do is I like to explain the price, I explain the offer, and then I say the price, and then I ask people to put a deposit. Refundable deposit, that's really powerful, by the way. Refundable deposits are like such a cheat code because they get people to commit mentally before they commit fully financially. You know, every time someone used that on me, I bought, right? I remember there was this guy, Dan Henry. I watched his 3-day challenge online, and then at the end, he's like, look, If you're interested in that, you can just put down a $1,000 fully refundable deposit and you'll get my WhatsApp and then we'll talk. I'll make sure it's a good fit. If I can help you, we can move forward. If I don't think I can help you, I'll just refund you the $1,000. It was so well said, I was like, I want to give it a try. I was already selling myself that I wanted to do it. And as soon as I put the $1,000 down with my credit card, the deal was sealed. Like in my mind, I'm doing it, right? Like I started just convincing myself even more. So if someone would have said, hey, look, put $1,000 down, we can talk on WhatsApp or like you can get on a call with someone from my team. We'll make sure we can help you and we take it from there. He could have gotten like 10, 15, maybe 20 deposits. And then you can convert 3, 5, 7, or 10 of those after that. So every time you're pitching, first things first, engineer the room for success. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you're pricing your offer at. If you don't have enough people, if the ratios are not making sense versus how many people you can take on as clients, it's not gonna work well. So number one, make sure you engineer your room properly. And then number two, create like a bridge step. If you're pitching high ticket, you wanna ask people to just take the logical next step. You wanna ask people, hey, if you're interested, you wanna talk with me, we can figure it out. I'll make sure it's a good fit before I enroll you. Put some money down and we'll talk. And that's pretty much it. If you want to host events, just make sure you respect your ratios and have a bridge offer if you're selling high ticket. The very first time I came to LA, I decided to stay in downtown Los Angeles. And I thought that this is where you're supposed to stay. But I had no idea. It's really ghetto. Like, it's dangerous, not even safe. If you say downtown something else, like downtown Miami, I'll be like, hey, it's pretty cool, I'll stay there, right? But apparently, not the best place to stay. I learned my lesson. Now I stay in West Hollywood. So we're hitting a quick workout. We're at LA Fitness. We're doing some back, we're gonna do some chest, some arms as well. To be honest, I thought LA Fitness would be a little nicer than this. It reminds me of a gym we have in Montreal. What is it called? Econo Fitness. Econo Fitness. I would argue Econo Fitness is probably a little better than that. Look, I'm not gonna complain. We got some machines. Let's get to work.
See him on the street, they don't know what to act. Let's lay a trap, playing it cool, but it's part of the strap. Watch how they react, we throwing cheese at the rats. Yeah, we know they easy to catch, show me the stats. I've been in the game for a minute, it's different, I had to adapt. I came with the boom bap, sticking to raps, but it put a limit on what I attract. Let's go with the facts, we all got potential that's going untapped. If you don't attack, I do it for me, my team, my family tree. Now, tell me how you like, tell me how you like.
We're on the way back to Montreal. I gotta attend a business event of one of my private clients, one of the biggest ad guys in Quebec. You know, we've been working together for a little bit. I kind of helped him with events and he helped me with ads. So we're flying, overnight flight. We're gonna land in the morning, Montreal, straight to his event. Just bought this, got ripped off $70. Can you imagine? Better send me to heaven while I'm sleeping. So, see you guys in a bit. We're at the Times Hotel. We're at Justin's event. Decided we're gonna go meet him. Apparently it's a full house. Let's go check it out. I'm with some of my mentees. So what's your biggest takeaway of the event with Justin today?
What I learned from him was that you should use a multitude of AIs to make a complete piece of content, and that volume always beats quality. Like, you should always try to have multiple funnels targeting multiple avatars. So every person who sees the ad is going to feel like they're being targeted personally.
I like the way Justin presented it. So by implementing AI in the stuff that you already have, you're doubling the volume even more without doing too much work.
How many ways, different ways you could utilize AI. Like, I didn't know you could make like crazy ads like how he made it, targeting different personas. Like, I think that's something that I also need to work on and try to test which one is working best.
I was an all-nighter because my flight was at midnight.
Yeah.
And we landed at like, what time, 11? 10:30 we landed.
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep on the plane.
100%.
But I gave you my word. I was like, the first
No, I
time.
appreciate that. I really
the
do.
first time I wanted to be there.
I was sick.
I was
Now,
sick, but now we
yeah.
made it happen.
No,
So
I'm really happy to have
good,
you.
dude.
Why vlogging? Why now?
You know, I feel like people don't know who I really am. And I feel like I want to give them a little bit more of a taste of who Raymond really is.
That's funny. Because the first time we spoke about that, I was at Elevate on the rooftop. I remember saying, I was like, are you kind of like creating an aura purposely, like by trying to not be fully out there? So why now with vlogging and having like done one-time events, now you're like suddenly also trying to bring that into evergreen. So like, why the shift? I feel like this is like a Raymond shift more than anything.
Well, look, to be honest, like one of my biggest strengths is creativity. And when you're very creative, you always want to try something new. You can make some good money doing that, but if you have to like repeat the system every single time with a new offer, a new concept, it's a lot of work, dude. It's exhausting. So now I'm like, you know what? I can keep doing my creative stuff, but I need at least like one evergreen funnel that I can scale, and then the rest I can do whatever I want.
So evergreen and then cash injections with like one-time events and funnels.
I remember you came to like, hey, maybe I should do my first event.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Were you happy about doing your first event?
Absolutely. I think, you know, with like the consulting calls that we've done together, I think I had a couple questions mainly about the logistics. You know, like you don't know what you don't know. And since I had not hosted an event, it's a bunch of little tips like and tricks. You know, it was like, oh, I prefer this venue because the rates are good. This vendor, I was like, oh, great. So just like how to not get fucked 101, I think is like a good thing.
Right.
And another one is just clearest things I remember is I had told you, I was like, oh, okay, so like I'm gonna be my own MC. I'm gonna open the event. I guess I'm networking with people, and then you're like, no, like you have to keep this low key, you know, there's a build up when you get on stage. And I was like, it's all those things, you know, it's a funnel I had never run essentially an event. And I was like, I don't know the mechanisms of that funnel. I don't know what breaks in a funnel like this one. And I think that's where you really helped.
Well, that's cool, man. I'm happy that you hosted your second one. More people this time, right?
Yeah. First one was 100 people. Now is, bro, I mean, did you have to stand up or were you fun?
I was good, dude, but it was packed. Like,
it
was packed.
Dude, first event show up rate was 85% and we had about 100 people show up. This one we had like almost 150 tickets that like we sold, and we had like 90% show up rate.
Insane.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was like 130 something showed up.
Yeah, normally I get like 80 to 90% at that price point roughly.
It was crazy. So I was like, first event I sold it out in like 17 days. Second event, GA was sold out in about the same time, like 17, 18 days. But it's funny, I'm learning, you know, the first event, executive tickets were the first one to sell. They sold out in like 2 days. It was insanely fast.
I was talking to your team because you guys did great, by the way. It was insane. One thing that I think you can experiment in the future is, you know, when you do your pitch, you can say something like, hey, by the way, for all of you who are interested in the offer, you can put the $500 refundable deposit and you're going to get an invite for the dinner tonight. Yeah, true, actually. And then we can talk a little more, get to know your business a little more. Yeah. And this is normally when I do most of my closing. Yeah, nice. So it can literally double your closing rates. Oh, it was really good having you guys. Well, keep crushing it, man. Yes, sir, man. We'll catch you up soon. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You helped me a lot. You know, like when we did 10X, you know, ROAS on my thing. Yeah. It took me some time to get the full numbers. It was Julie who wrote the ads, the scripts. It was. And by the way, at first I was like, I wasn't like super sure. Yeah. But my LTV is insanely high. Nice. So it was very easy for me to like justify it, be like, dude, like it was actually way better than expected. Love it.
I was wondering, like, how do you find like a good topic that you want to present to a workshop?
First of all, you have to find the pain. The pain precedes the topic. What's one or two pains that people have in your industry?
They don't know how to use content for their businesses to promote them, right?
There we go, right? So what you can do if you want to keep it super simple is like you create a workshop about like how to create content to promote your business. Before June 30th, Ricardo is going to host his first. I'm going to check on that, by the way. Perfect. Okay? You got it. We'll stay in touch. Ali's an OG, my mastermind since day one.
So after 16 years, we're gonna finally open a second location. My plan is to open at least one restaurant per year.
Per year? Dude, that's insane.
We're gonna make it franchisable.
Good.
And hopefully from there it's gonna to the moon.
I love it, man. All right.
Sure.
All right, restaurant.